are live back again after a week. Hello, Twitch. I am back after a very, very long week break. I know it's been quite a while, but I had to take a bit of a break since I have been streaming for like 6 days straight. Literally, I've been streaming since January 1st all the way to the 6th. And I needed to take a break for at least a little bit. So I took a week-long break, and I am now back, and things are going to be a little bit different from when I started. So on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I will be streaming from 3:15 p.m. to 4:45 p.m. and sometimes on Saturdays or Sundays, depending on when I am available or not doing anything on those days, I will be streaming from 1:30 to 4:30. You can find out all this information on my TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. And I'll be posting announcements about what I'll be doing, if I'll be available on certain days on YouTube and Twitter as well. So you'll be able to find all the information you need to know of when I will be streaming or won't be streaming and what type of streams I'll be doing on those days as well. And I am back today, and I am starting the whole new scheduling today, and I will be continuing this puzzle I have started almost a week ago. I've been saving it so that way I can be able to continue it, and I will be doing this for a little bit. I might take some breaks here and there to just kind of go back to like gaming and stuff, and I will be here doing this puzzle while chatting with you guys. I have a chat on my desk, so that way I can be able to read your responses. I also have it on my computer as well, so that way I can be able to look up or look down while I'm doing this puzzle. So, let's get right on to it. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today, and I hope you guys had a great week last week. Oh, sorry about that. Just had to move this a little bit. Let me just put that right there for now. And there we go. And much better. Now I have a little bit more room to be able to move things around. It's been quite a while since I did this. I know it's been a week, but it has been a while, but I'm back and ready to do streaming. Hope you guys had a great week last week, and I hope you guys are having a good day today. I know I sure did. Alrighty, let's see. Ooh, okay, so still working on the edges because I wasn't able to finish it. Still trying to figure it out. But I think hopefully today will be the day that I do. It seems like I might be able to today. So let's do it. Alright, let's see. This has to be one of the... Yes, it is one of the right side. The right side up. That's what it's called. Ooh, perfect. Okay. Ooh. this is one of the upside down. This one goes to the upside down. Alrighty. Nope, it does look like it does go there, but it does not. Alrighty, let's see what we got going. Can't tell if this is. It looks like the right side up. Maybe, maybe not. I'll keep that in mind. Piece can go there. Yeah, I think today will be the day that I actually finally will be able to finish the edges of this puzzle. So let's see if we can manage that. Hope you guys are having a great day today. I know that I am. Hold on, let me just fix something here, because there we go. Now I'm back on the Stream Manager, and I can be able to see myself as well. That is good, that is good, that is good. Hold on, give me 1 second. Gotta deal with something. Hey guys, I'm back. Just had to deal with a little quick thing, but we're all good. Ooh, hold on, gotta move my mic here a little bit. Oh, no, that's falling off the table. Okay, hold up, hold up, hold up. Please tell me this can fit. Yes. Hey, I finished one side of it. That's good. That is a very good thing. One side of it is now complete. So let's hope that I can manage to finish the rest of this. Now this is the part that confuses me, because like I feel this has to go here, but it seems like I might have to look back at the end. I have to look back in here again, because I feel like I thought I got all the edge pieces. Might have to figure that out later, but we'll find it eventually. Don't worry. We will eventually find that one side piece. Maybe what it could be is... No, I don't think it's... I don't think it would be misplacement of puzzle pieces. No, I don't think so. That does not go there. Well, we'll find it. I'll find it eventually. This puzzle is a bit bigger than the table. Yeah, there does seem to be a piece going here, but it's not here, so I think it could be in the box. And I thought that I actually got all the pieces that I needed, but nope. Turns out I did not have all the pieces. So didn't have all the edge pieces. But maybe later, once I starting to work on the inside, maybe I might be able to start finding it. Because it does seem like I am getting close to actually completing the edges so far of it. So we will see. We will eventually find out. But for now, let's just finish off what we have, and then hopefully we can figure that out together. I am very, very happy that the edges are almost done. And I can actually start working on the actual image itself. I did say that today is, I don't think I said today was Tuesday, but today is Tuesday. And if you guys are big fans of Fortnite Festival, you might know that at Tuesday at 10 o'clock, the Twitter account will always post we'll post something about what will be the songs releasing for this week for Fortnite Festival. And today they did reveal that on Friday we will be getting 3 songs by a VTuber. I forgot what her name was. It did start with a K and ends in AI. But we are getting 3 songs by her this Friday. If you guys are big fans of her, just a little heads up that 3 songs by her will be releasing. And there are probably some of you out there who are a big fan of this VTuber, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm not a big fan of VTubers. I don't really watch them. Like, I don't dislike them. They are cool, but I don't really watch them. But if you guys are a fan of her, then I hope you guys are excited that she is coming to the game later this week on Friday. Are you guys also excited for Wave 2 of Adventure Time? I kind of am. Like, I do have the first wave from getting it back in spring of 2025. It is cool. I do like Adventure Time. That was a show that I did watch back when I was younger. I'm excited for the new Tung skin. Oh, hello Rem. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the chat. I hope you're having a good day today. I do have the first wave of Adventure Time skins. Adventure Time is peak. Yes, indeed. I did like watching it. My mom did also like watching it too. She always quote a bunch of lines from the show when it was out. It was a really cool collab the first time, and it is interesting that they're doing it again with Fiona and Cake and the Lemon Guard, but it is kind of weird because he does have a unacceptable emote, but it's not the one that you would remember. And the reason for that is because due to the original voice actor of the Lemon Guard did some pretty inappropriate stuff. So the reason why it doesn't sound like the one you know from the original is because it's not the guy that you would know, because he did some stuff with kids, I assume. I think that was the reason. If you do recognize him, he was also the voice actor of Rick and Morty as well. It always is. Yeah, I feel like some famous people nowadays are kind of getting in trouble due to that fact, and it's like, why? Like, why did you do that in the first place? Like, it's so weird. I think the guy who voiced Rick and Morty and also the Lemon Guard, I think he abused his wife. I think that's what the reason was. I think that's the reason why. But when the emote does come out this Thursday, I'm probably going to see a lot of people talking about how it's not the actual voice actor for Lemon Guard. And you have to remember that he did assault his wife, so that's the reason why it's not the one you love, and not it's this remake instead of the one you remember back in the days of old old Adventure Time, because back then the guy was actually normal, but now he's not. So I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. That's what it is. So yeah. Would you hit your wife for 200 gift subs? No, I would not, Rem. I would not do that. If I do get a lover, I would probably not hurt him, because I would not do that. Not dedicated enough, clearly. Rem, seriously? You really have to say that in my chat? Come on, bro. Really? Wait, please tell me I get this corner piece. Yes! I got the corner piece there. Ah, crap. Hold on. Mike fell. Jesus Christ. I have a lot of wires on my desk. There we go. Seriously, Rem? You seriously have to say yes to that? Come on. Alrighty. We are getting very, very close to completing the edge. Well, at least most of it so far. Oh. Turns out it was actually a couple edge pieces that I seem to be missing. I thought I had them all. But we got most of it completed so far, so now we can actually start getting the inside. Let's do this. Now I don't want to actually pour out all the pieces, because for some safety reasons, and also it will be a bit too much, especially for this table, because of how small it is. So I'm just going to grab like a couple handfuls of it. I gotta look at the picture here, because I need to figure out where this specific little piece is. Ah, this is the upside down. So this bit. Oh yeah, I see the demo's arm. So this would kind of be here somewhere. So there we go. Let's... Wait a minute. Could I? Nope. Let's see. maybe if I get lucky enough, I might get the edge pieces that I need. If I do, a handful. And sprinkle some on in there. Maybe a few more. Alrighty, we sprinkled some on in there. Now let's see what we're working with. Ready? Let's flip these over. See if we can make some pieces come together. Right. Boop. Flipping over pieces. Well, I seem to be finding a lot of pieces to the Demogorgon. That is good. That is good. We're making some progress here. So I have to look at each part because I can tell which is the right side up and the upside down. Let these go to the... Flip these over. Finding a lot of pieces to the demo. That is a good sign. That is good. Flipping pieces. And also finding pieces to Will Byers as well. That is something. Yeah, I think what I should do is figure out which pieces are the right side up and also which pieces are the upside down. And I can kind of tell, thanks to this light here, if I keep continuing this, I can find where each of these pieces go. Which pieces are the what? So these pieces on this side, this is where the right side up is. It's mostly red and like orange with with a lot of black lines around it showing off the trees. And then this side over here will be the upside down, and that's mostly like a dark blue with like a touch of like a whitish, like a really white green in the middle. So just kind of describing what it is, because I know it's kind of difficult to see it with where the webcam is. Thank you for the explanation. I do not know there was a right side up. I mean, in most of the show where we see most of the characters live, that is the right side up. That is basically what the right side up is. It's our world. Does seem to be more upside down, so I'm gonna put that piece right there. Oh, Yeah, there's a few pieces in here that's kind of difficult to tell because like there's a part of it where it like turns where it's just full on black and it like separates the right side up from the upside down. So that could be it, or it could be the darker parts of the puzzle on the right side up. So maybe, maybe not, but let's just. I'll figure that out later. Alrighty. There's red in that piece, so I know that's the right side up. That's a bit of, that is a black piece. There's a black piece, okay. Okay, I think the upside down may be a little bit easier for me because I seem to be finding a lot of the pieces that go to the middle here. Which is good, because then I could probably get this area done a little bit more faster. Seems like a piece from the right side up snuck in there. Oh, so there's that one. Hold on, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Alrighty, let's get back into it. Now let's see. Finding pieces to the Demogorgon. Nope, that it seems like it goes there, but it does not entirely, so let's start kind of working up here a little bit. Maybe I should add in a little bit more pieces. Hopefully that might help me out a bit. Yeah, but finding a lot of pieces to the upside down here. Mostly in the middle area, because seems what I've been mostly finding in the blocks. Okay, here we go. Found a couple more. Found more pieces to the demo. Let's get some right side up pieces as well. Oh hey, I found more edge pieces. Oh, I think this is a piece that connects to here. Yes! I found the one piece. The one piece is real! The one piece! There was a trailer that came out for the new live action season of it. I hope there are some people out there who are actually excited for that. I'm not really a big fan of that kind of anime. I don't really watch anime a lot, so that's just me, but I hope that you guys who are fans of the show do enjoy it and also are excited for the new season. Alrighty. Finding a lot of more pieces here, which I hope can help me be able to connect to more pieces. Oh, found more pieces to the upside down, I think. Just look into the right side up. I found a piece to Will Byers' leg. I think maybe this connects to... Yep, it does. Let's go. I am finding the pieces. I am connecting them together and making art. That's the beauty of a puzzle, is once you find all the pieces, you get art. I know that there are a lot of people out there who do enjoy art. I do enjoy art myself. It is interesting to see what people have created and how they were able to create, how they were able to actually draw it, and like all the techniques and stuff. I sometimes will draw, but it's not a lot. But it is fun to draw sometimes, and is also a good way to get your mind off of things as well. Ooh, more pieces to the demo. Ooh, that's a big old head. Did you guys see that? Did you guys get the new blue shirt dancing emo in Fortnite? I actually did. I actually do enjoy that meme a lot. It is a really good reaction meme, and also it is a pretty cool dance. It is a very smooth dance. And I do like dancing. Dancing is fun. And you shouldn't be afraid of dancing in public. Whether it's just randomly by your, like if you're just randomly in a store and a good song comes on, or you're at a like sort of music festival and they're playing really good music, it's okay to be busting out a few moves. I know I did when I went on vacation a few years back in Maine. I was busting some pretty good moves that evening. lot more pieces to the right side up. Mostly the upside down though, but I am finding a few pieces here and there for the right side up. And plus, dancing is also a good way to exercise. Even though, like, you're not thinking about it, it is a thing. You can dance to lose some weight. Ooh, I'm finding a lot of pieces connecting in the right and the upside down. This is good news. We can finally be bees. Later in the future, once I get back to doing more gaming streams, I will be posting more clips. I know it has been a while since I posted clips. I just started doing this whole just chatting category on Twitch, so there's not really a lot of noteworthy clips on just chatting. Not for the time being, but eventually, once I get back to doing some more gaming, playing Fortnite, some Rocket League, and pretty soon some Dead by Daylight, I will be posting more clips for you guys to watch and enjoy. And of course, I still will be posting the reruns of all of my streams, so that way you guys can be able to catch up with anything that you missed, and also be able to re-watch some moments from my previous streams. And also for newer people, if you don't really know who I am fully, you could be able to watch all my Twitch streams from like a week ago, like the first 6 days. Well, actually, not the first 6 days, because there is one stream that I haven't posted onto my YouTube because it was not really that good. But you can see most of the streams that I have posted onto YouTube if you guys want to kind of want to rewatch a certain stream, or just kind of catch up for those who are new to me and all that stuff. So yeah. If sometimes if I stream and the stream isn't really good, I might not post it. But most of my streams I will be posting for reruns on YouTube. Cause yes, it is a bit of a learning curve, and it is good to have like a few bad streams once in a while. But I kind of prefer not posting it because I think you guys would feel bored of watching those. So I'm probably not gonna be posting bad streams if I have some later in the future. But it will be watchable on Twitch for a certain amount of time, but then eventually it will be taken down. So it is, if you wanted to see those streams, they are limited, but I'm not going to be posting those streams that I will have in the future onto YouTube because I would prefer not to post them. But I will be posting, but most of my streams that I will do, I will be posting onto YouTube. Okay, okay, okay. Need to find some more Demogorgon pieces over here, because there does seem to be quite a lot. Oh wait, this ain't the Demogorgon. This was Will. I thought it was the Demogorgon for a second. Nope. It turns out it was just Will. Oh hey, I found another one. Is that like a shoulder? It looks like it. Maybe not. Kind of hard to tell with this certain piece. Is it a bit of the... Oh wait, it's the... Oh, I see it. Okay, it was the satellite dish to the laboratory. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Please tell me this goes here. Yes! I've connected two sections of it together. Now it's one bigger section. Let's go. That's the beauty of doing puzzles. The closer you connect the pieces, the closer you are to completing it. Oh, there's the bit of the lab. Wait, is this part of the demo? Oh, it does look like it, but I don't know. It does look like it goes there, but it does not. Oh wait, that does not go there. I could... Okay, yep, that does not go there. Oh wait. There we go, I found the issue. But still... There we go. It did go with a certain piece, but I just couldn't find the right one. Or put it in the right place. Look at that. I am making a Demogorgon. Yeah. It is kind of sad that the actual location, the film location of the laboratory, is being demolished. I would have seen it as like a museum slash tourist attraction, because there were a couple of other movies that were filmed in that specific place, and it would make a great spot for tourists to actually go to if they ever go to the town where Stranger Things was filmed. I think they could put most of the prop sets and costumes in there, and maybe some of the vehicles as well, because I know that in museums they do put the vehicles from certain films into the museum for people to actually see and get close to. But it sadly is being demolished. And the sadder part is was somebody actually died there back at near the end of December of 2025. It was a fan of Stranger Things. Her and her friends were checking out the spot, and she decided to actually go into the building. And I do feel bad that she died at this location, but I do believe that what she did was her fault in this situation, because she went into a location where she shouldn't have been, and also went into a building that was going to be demolished, and she should have realized that the inside was not fully intact to actually be walking around and checking out the place. And I wouldn't mind trespassing in a place like that because it is a filming location, so that's a bit of a pass for her because it was a filming location, and I would have done something like that, but I would have stayed in the parking lot of the building and not actually inside, because because I do know that the building is going to be demolished and is probably weak on the inside, so it's probably the safer option. You might get caught, sure, but at least you're not gonna like hurt yourself. But instead, this lady did decide to go into the building and to a high place of the building because she ultimately fell off the building and died. And, and it is sad for that to happen. Like it was probably sad for the family, and the cast did pay their respects to this person as well. And what happened to her was it is sad, but to be honest, it was really her fault that she got into that situation, because in reality she went into a building where she should have been inside due to its unsafe structure, and also the fact that that it is going to be demolished, and it probably it has a weak interior, so it was really her fault for going into the building. And I'm not saying like she deserved to die. She did not deserve to die at all. But like it is her fault that she did die. And I'm not trying to be mean. This is what I think. This is what I believe. I do feel sorry for the girl, and I do feel sorry for the family and for her friends that they have to go through that whole situation. But it was her fault that she went into the building and went into a very high point of the building as well. And I feel like this is a lesson to be learned from if you ever tried to do something like that, like go into a famous abandoned an abandoned filming location and going into the building. Okay, I seem to be getting the these pieces of the right side up connected more. I am getting the main 3 and also 11 together. So that is progress. That is some good progress. Alright, let's see here. Man, I've been holding this box this whole stream. Jesus. Not the whole stream, but just a little bit. But lessons, there were lessons to be learned for a lot of people, I think, for that situation. And it is sort of a reminder to, whenever going into an abandoned famous filming location, you always have to be cautious about what you're doing at this location, because it could either be could have a weak foundation, or it could actually be demolished, be in the process of being demolished. So these are lessons to be learned in life. I'm just saying. I'm not. You should always be cautious of wherever you are in the world, especially in abandoned places. Whether it's an actual filming location or not, you still have to be careful about it, because it could probably it could lead you to it could lead you to big consequences for you, your friends, or your family. So, just to keep something in mind if there are people out there who are still doing this kind of thing. Just something to think about. Or something to be thinking about if you're ever doing that kind of stuff, because it can get dangerous if you're not safe. But what did happen to that girl is sad. And it is kind of sad that girl never got to see the ending of the show. And it is nice that the cast, I did hear that the cast did go down to that filming location and paid their respects to the girl. Hold on, give me 1 second. I am going to turn on a light. Just fix this, and there we go. Later on in the future, when I keep doing just chatting streams, I would like to talk about this kind of stuff, kind of what will happen if you do kind of just talk about life, and also how sometimes doing something that seems fun can become dangerous if you're not safe, or not acting proper, Ugh. What I'm trying to say is this is the kind of thing I do want to talk about, like how sometimes if you are doing something that you really aren't supposed to be doing, you really need to be careful because if you're not, you could wound up um, injured or worse, dead. This is just me saying this because like this is something that a lot of people need to know about because life can, if you're not safe, or if you're not safe wherever you are, depending on like if you're going to like an abandoned building and stuff like that, you do really need to be careful about where you about like the location you're at or wherever you are because if you're not, you could get yourself into a bit of a predicament, and that can put a lot on you, your friends, your family, and that is something that I don't think they want to deal with, and also something that you don't want to deal with. So this is the kind of stuff that I would like to talk about later in the future because I do, like I said in my last stream, I do really care about people. And sometimes people can do a lot of stupid things and can wound up in really bad situations with their friends, family, or significant other, whatever the case is. You do not want to get into situations in life where you could be like in a tough spot. And yes, I do like to talk about like video games, like TV shows, movies, pop culture, all that kind of stuff. But this is also the kind of things I also want to talk about with people is stuff like being safe out in the real world and also doing dangerous, like being safe while doing dangerous stuff or exploring dangerous places. And many other things like how we how the world is like changing into something that's harder to live in than it was probably back when I was younger. Because in fact, it is kind of hard. Life it is kind of harder to be living in, and I'm probably thinking like, oh, Mega Man, you're probably in the future things are probably going to get better, and I'm hoping for that as well. But in the meantime, while we're in the moment, life is kind of hard to live in. But if you just stick together, if we all stick together, we can get through it. We can all get through it together, and that's what life is really about: is sticking, sticking together. Well, at least some part of it is. And if you do watch like memes throughout the ages, this is also kind of the same thing that I do on there. Well, what we do on there, we do talk about like memes and all kinds of other stuff, but we do like to get serious sometimes and talk about like serious things. And I would still like to do that while I'm doing Twitch because these are things that a lot of people need to kind of remember because doing this kind of like doing like stuff that could lead to you getting injured could these are the kind of things that a lot of people need to remember in life. This is this is this is what I want to do with while doing streaming. Like talk about different things, like serious or not. Because I know that there are other streamers like Joe Bartolosi who does that. Like he is like a funny guy, but he does talk about like serious stuff. So that's something I would like to do is like talk about like different things while also talk about like serious things. Because we can all, because in life, because a lot of people in this world, they are they are different, but we do act the same way. We do have serious sides, we do have funny sides, we do have mean sides, and that's okay. And most of the time we might see the side of like only one side, but you got to remember that a lot of people do have other sides to themselves. There's a piece, that piece does not go there. Let's see what I can do up here. Hey, let's go. I'm connecting pieces over here. Hey, I'm connecting pieces over here. For the people who are rewatching this on YouTube, this is a thing that I really do want to talk about while doing this kind of thing. This serious stuff, but also other stuff as well. But that is all later in the future. That will be later in the future. But now, this is this is the present, and I'm just saying stuff to say stuff. And also wanted to talk about like serious stuff because I feel like this is a good way to show what I do want to do while doing kind of this kind of thing, like doing stuff while also talking about like serious things with you guys, the viewers, as well. And do you guys think that it's kind of sad that we're using people are using AI in like how like industries and companies are using AI today? Like it is like kind of an annoying fact to believe. And I don't really like this fact because like for me personally it doesn't make sense. Why are you using like this software that's not even a real person to make this really crappy animation or do something that a human could basically do if they actually have the skills? Like it doesn't seem fair for us because like why are these companies using a fake why are they using software that is acting like human than actually using humans? Like, do you seriously not remember what brought this company or industry to where it is today? It was all people who actually took the time, who actually enjoyed whatever they liked doing, and took the time to actually put their hard work and passion to whatever this thing was and show it to the world. And a lot of people actually enjoy that. And yet you decide to replace it all with a software that believes that it's human. Like, why? Like, it doesn't make sense to me at all. And I had the same conversation yesterday with a kid in my class. Like, it doesn't make sense how, like, these companies are using AI to do all these things just for more money, and yet you're letting these people who put their life into working at that place, like all their whole passion, their hard work, and you're just kicking them out and replacing them with this AI who believes that it's human and just does all these things. Like, why? Like, I feel like that's just messed up. It's really messed up because you are ruining what the company was built on. It was all built on people who had a passion for whatever you did, for whatever the company or industry is, and put all their hard work and dedication into this to make a masterpiece. And it's like you doing that, it's like ruining all that hard work. Like with Disney starting to use AI, it's like you just got rid of 100 years worth of people working hard and putting their passion for drawing and animating, putting people who put their work in and putting work into 3D animations, CGI, all the people that worked like day and night for to make these great Disney movies and TV shows, all of that just out the drain. Like, why would you do that? Like, you shouldn't be really thinking about how much money you're making. I mean, only a little bit, but not entirely. You should be thinking about how much work is being put onto a project. Like, I feel like people should be getting paid for how much they put their work, their effort, and their passion to something, because like they're taking, like they put in all of their hard work to make this whole thing special. And that is what makes Disney special, is because it's all these people who love to animate, who love to draw, who love to do animate like 3D animations, who love to do all of these things. They love all of that, and they put all of their hard work, like all their time and hard work and dedication to make this really great animation or to make this great movie, TV show, whatever the case, whatever it is. Like they put in their heart and soul into making that, and yet you decide to replace it all with a software that can do it like in 3 seconds. Like, why? Like, literally, you know that the AI is just taking stuff that's already existed and just making this really bad, poorly animated thing. Like, have you seen like all those AI animations that were like made on Sora, you can tell that that is fake. Like you can tell by the voice acting how like the animation, like the look of it, like you can instantly tell that it's all fake. And it's not just the animation and entertainment industry; it's also the music industry as well. Because you have all these new like AI music artists coming to like the picture, and it's like, why? How is this allowed? How is this okay to just be letting a AI to get a Grammy? Like literally, why? It doesn't make sense. It's not real. It's not an actual person. It's just fake. I did see like a TikTok today earlier this morning about like how the only way to be recognized in the entertainment or music industry is being AI or a meme. And a great example of being like the meme part is like there was a girl who was like there was a girl's reaction of how she was replaced by the Hawk Tuah girl. And I remember seeing that and I was thinking that is so unfair to this person because like they went there to to be in this film or whatever and then find out later their whole all of that work they put in was replaced by somebody who just said two words while they were drunk. Seriously? Like that's just so disappointing to like the entire filming and entertainment industry. Cuz like this woman that reacted to this, like they that person probably put a lot of like talent, like put in a lot of work and talent to be in that scene, and yet you decide to replace her. Like you decide to like not actually put that in the movie and decide to reshoot the whole scene with the Hawk Tuah girl. Like, are you serious? Like, you could have had this lady, this random lady, be in the shot, and she could have probably made the scene a lot more better. And yet you decide to take her to scrap that hole into all that film and replace her with Hawk Tuah girl. Like, seriously, who let you into this industry? Like, seriously, who? Like, if I was a director, I would actually get somebody who's actually good at acting and actually will play the part and not like some random girl who just said two words while drunk. That's like so freaking unfair. And also on memes throughout the ages, we talked about this as well because we took it took us to actually become like to actually get to where we are now with our podcast, but the Hawk Tuah girl was able to get this weight like actually become famous quicker than us. Like that is so unfair. Like like it's so unfair to people who actually take that are actually taking their like actually taking their time to actually do all these do all these things like actually take the time to learn all this stuff, take the time to actually do this, take the time like take their time to actually become popular, and yet this girl who was drunk and didn't even remember it the next day got famous like that. That is so unfair. That it is completely unfair to people who are actually here doing their best and trying hard to actually become popular. Like, it's completely unfair. And me, RemTGM, and BCA, like, literally, what is up, the guide? How are you today? I'm just kind of yapping about how the Hawk Tuah girl became famous quicker than memes throughout the ages did. So, and also I did talk about some other serious stuff earlier in the stream, and if you want to watch the rerun of it, you can. It will be posted onto YouTube later tonight. But like, it's so completely unfair that the Hawk Tuah girl got famous for just saying two words and even didn't even remember it, while me, BCA, and RemTGM over here had to work hard to get where we are on the internet. Well, y'all were gone for 11 months. That is true. We were gone for 11 months, but we eventually came back and got really popular later on. But like, that was way before Hawk Tuah. So that is completely different. In our situation, like, after coming back, I think the Discord server is cooked. Oh, it is? Might have to check it later. But like, but then once we came back, like, we actually worked. Like, it took us a long time for us to actually get back. Like, it actually took us a long time to actually become popular. It's all Rem. I mean, yeah, but don't forget we're also part of it, guide. Me and BCA. But it took us a long time to actually get to where we are on the internet. Like we had the whole, yeah, yeah, thanks, guide. Like, it took us a long time. Like, we used to do the whole Tuesday and Friday episodes. Like, we used to do that. That was our thing, was to do like, record episodes on Tuesdays and Fridays. And we put in a lot of work. We changed over time, and like, we have all these new segments. We have the meme games, the we have Criticism Castle, and also the news. And like, it took us a long time to gain popularity, and we are sort of popular. And yet you have this girl who was drunk in the recording and didn't even remember it the next day, and she got popular like within a week. Like, it's like, we're niche internet micro celebrities. That is true, but I think we are doing podcasts a lot more better than the Hawk Tuah girl. We do the whole podcast thing a lot better than the Hawk Tuah girl. Like, we like done like some pretty cool stuff on memes throughout the ages. Like, we have all these ideas and stuff, and yet you have Hawk Tuah girl saying one word that she, like, two words that she didn't even remember saying the night before, and somehow she got popular. MTTA solos, all podcasts. In the meme section, yes. Other types of podcasts, I don't think so. But in the meme category, yes, it does solo any other meme podcast. No, no, we're the best. We are the best. We are good at doing podcasts. That is true. But we're not as great as all the other types of all the other types of podcasts that are out there in the world. But like there is a Simpsons episode where this was basically the entire thing. It was like this character, like, who took, like, it took him years to actually get to where he is. and he like lives in like a crappy apartment, and yet you have Homer who is lazy, doesn't know really much anything, and has all these nice things, and yet he didn't do much. Like, this is the type of thing. This is really like an episode. That's an episode that a lot of people need to watch. That was a good episode. Yes, indeed. I don't know when I'm getting to that episode, but I am getting to that episode at some point. That episode, that is a really good example of like what I'm talking about, and exactly an issue that is like, I don't like really, I don't know really much of an issue, but like this is something that happens to a lot of different people in different lives. Like, we can be able to gain success in a lot of different ways, whether it's you took you took the time, or you didn't do anything at all. And sometimes it can be good, while also sometimes it can be completely annoying. Like, like what I mean by the annoying part is with Hawk to a Girl, and memes throughout the ages. That's where the annoying part comes in. Like, it is annoying that this girl, who didn't even do anything and was drunk when she said those words and didn't even remember it the next day, got popular in like 2 weeks or maybe even a week. And yet memes throughout the ages, that it took us a long time to actually gain popularity. Like, that's something where this situation is unfair. Now, there could be other, like, there are other situations like this that are, like, completely fine, but this is the one that's just annoying. And a great way to kind of explain this more is with that Simpsons episode. And this, like, a lot of success can come in many different ways. Whether you took the time to actually like work on this big idea that you have, like you took your time, you worked hard, you devoted your life to it, you learned all this stuff, you were being consistent, that, and you got successful from it, that is good. But sometimes it could be just like you just did some, like you basically kind of did nothing and you got successful. And sometimes either situation can be good or bad. But in this situation with the Hawk Tour Girl, it memes throughout the ages, this is the bad one. This for us, for memes throughout the ages, for me, for Rem, for BCA. This was the annoying one. 4 year. Oh, welcome to the tap chat. 4 year old update. Best viewers at OFBPNNLB. Yes, indeed. 4 year. Yes, indeed. And welcome to the chat. My name is Connor, aka Super Mega Man 10, but you can call me Mega Man for short. And welcome. I am doing this cool puzzle that I got on Christmas. And I am also here chatting with my chat as well. Well, the few viewers I have, but it's completely fine. And I am glad that you showed up. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. And I was just talking about something about like how it's kind of unfair that the podcast that I do with two other people, like I was talking about how the Hawk Tuah Girl got famous like in a week, while my podcast that I do with two other people got famous in a few years, and it's kind of unfair for me and the two other people that I work with that we had to deal that this happened, because it is unfair that this random girl who was drunk and didn't even remember saying Hawk Tuah and has a podcast got famous overnight, and yet like probably in less than a week, while me and two other people that I work with, who are named RemTGM and BCA, we got famous. Like, it took us a while to actually become sort of famous on the internet. We're, as my step cousin, as RemTGM said it, we're niche internet micro celebrities. That's where we are, and yet, and I do love doing what I do, and doing that podcast, but it was unfair that this random girl has a podcast and it got famous overnight, while we over here at MTTA had to get famous for like we got like sort of famous in a few years, and it's just kind of unfair. And we were talking about like how there was an entire Simpsons episode that was kind of based off what I just talked about. Yeah, the whole, if you guys want to, if you, for new people that are coming in, if you want to understand what I'm talking about, you can like go back a few minutes, and I'm also posting the rerun of this stream onto YouTube. But like, in life, when being successful, you can either do it by from all the hard work you put into something, or you could just be successful for not doing anything. And sometimes it can be good or bad. And a situation that I was talking about, this is where it was kind of bad for me, my and the two other people I work with, RemTGM and BCA, and the Hawk2a girl, because while both of us have podcasts, her podcast got popular probably within less than probably within a week or more, while our podcast got popular within within years. And it's just kind of unfair to us that this random girl who was drunk and didn't even remember even saying Hawk2a got popular overnight, and has a podcast that got popular probably less than a week, got popular, and yet while me, BCA, and RemTGM over here, it took us years to actually become popular, and it's like so unfair to us that we're dealing with that. That this is a fact that we have to deal with. And the whole reason I started talking about this was because I started talking about AI and how like industries and companies are replacing it for people, and like how it's unfair that the people that work at these industries or companies are being replaced by a software that is basically just taking stuff that already exists and just does it quicker and puts it out there onto like the internet or whatever. And it's like, why are you replacing all the hard work that was put into this company that was run by people, and replacing it all that and getting rid of all that hard work, replacing all of it with a software that it's not even a human? Like, that's just kind of disappointing to those people that actually put in all their hard work and dedication into something, and replacing it with just a weak software that takes work that already exists and just makes like this really crappy animation. Like, it is unfair to a lot of people. And I just started talking about my podcast that I do with two other people, and how it's kind of the same situation with another person who got famous from saying two words that she didn't even remember overnight. But what can I do about it? like it like it isn't fair sometimes when people get success. Sometimes the way they do it can sometimes be unfair to a lot of people. Like sometimes like you have like big streamers like Queso, Jinxie, Sketch, iShowSpeed, Joe Bartolosi, Kai Cenat, Phantom, and many, many others who do nothing but actually the did deserve the where like but those people like those guys, they kind of basically do nothing, but they did it in a way where it made other people happy and excited to actually want to see them again. Like that is sort of the when success by doing nothing is a good thing. For us, for memes throughout the ages and Haktua, this where this sort of comes into play was unfair for us because we at MTTA put in a lot. We put in a lot of hard work into this podcast for for years. And I mean like for like a couple of years we've been doing this. We we got popular over we got a tiny bit popular over that time span, and we put in a lot of hard work into this podcast. But we changed over the we changed. We do things differently than we did back then, but we are better, and we have a whole thing. We have a really good strategy, and we put in our very best to release new episodes every week. We put in the time to do a special episode on Patreon for the podcast. We put all of this hard work, we put in a lot of work into this. But at the time we were talking about, at the time, but during the time of all this, like like the situation I'm talking about, we put in a lot of hard work into memes throughout the ages. I think this was before we did the Patreon stuff, but we also did talk about it on an episode in memes throughout the ages, and we all we all agreed that Haley Welsh becoming popular is so was sort of unfair to us because and her podcast becoming popular, it's unfair to us because we put in all this hard work. We knew what we were we knew what we were doing. We have an idea, we have a plan, we know what to do. We did it, and we planned everything. We have a plan, sort of, but we put in a lot of hard work into putting effort. We put in a lot of hard work into these episodes, and we release them, and yet you have Haley Welsh over here who said 2 words that she didn't even remember, and she got a podcast, and her podcast became popular overnight. And it's so unfair to us at Memes Throughout the Ages that while we're here working our butts off and we're not even well known, this girl who didn't even remember saying Haktua got popular. Her podcast got popular. It's so unfair to. It's sort of unfair to us at Memes Throughout the Ages that this happened. Really, really, really unfair. And it's That's like not cool at all. But like with hard work, like so when like but before I was talking about like my podcast and MTTA, but I was talking about AI and being in like these industries and companies. It's so unfair that all these workers who worked over the years for those companies who put in their whole entire passion, like all their hard work, all their dedication, all of that, and they're all being replaced by software that thinks it's a human even though it's not, and makes these really crappy animations, like these really crappy videos, like all of that. Like, why would it's being all replaced. Like like all those people who put in their hard work and dedication are being replaced by an AI who can make all like that takes all of these all the things that already exist and make it something so crappy. Like it makes a lot of crappy animations, videos. Like, why are companies doing this? Like, just use the people. Like, use the people who actually care about what your company is, what your company is all about, whatever the industry is, whatever like what the industry does. Like, use the people put who actually understand what this industry is and actually puts in all the hard work to make all these really cool stuff. Like, have those people instead of this software who thinks it is a person. Like, it's so unfair, and it's extremely unfair to those people, and it also ruins why your company, why that industry exists in the first place. You want to know how Disney got to where it is today? And I've already said this like before, like I said this like a few minutes ago. It was all by people who love to draw, who love to animate, who loved this idea, and actually put all their work, all their passion, their hard work, their dedication to this whole company. They put so much work into that, and it came out so amazing. Like you have all these animations that were hand drawn by people. Like they took their time to make these animations. They took the time to look at it and to perfect it, to make it extremely well, make it look nice, and be able to work together to make it all that hard work come together to make this great movie. Like you have Bambi, you have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, The Sleeping Beauty. Like you have all of those animated movies back from like the 1930s, the 1920s. You have all of that, all the old black and white cartoons, all of these amazing Disney movies, like all the old animated Disney movies, and plus, as the years go, as decades go by and things start to change, you have all these new all these animated movies, like 3D animated movies. You have all these live action movies that were made by people who loved doing this kind of stuff and actually put in all their hard work and dedication to write it, film it, act it, draw it, voice act, make models for the animations, make all these props, sets, sound effects, like lighting effects, all of that hard work, all gone because he replaced it all by AI, a software who takes other things that already existed and turns it into this crappy animation. You can tell that it's all fake. You can tell by how it's drawn. You can see you can see it. It is there. You can tell that it's all fake. And it's like, why did you decide to replace everybody that put all these who actually take the time to put in all the hard work into making these movies so special and replace them all with an AI software that takes that just takes all of that data that already existed and just makes this crappy animation. Like, why? Like, Disney, what are you doing? Like, why are you replacing the magic of why are you replacing the Disney of magic? Like, why are you replacing the magic of Disney with a software that thinks that it's human? All of that magic, all of that magic that was from so many animators, writers, like actors, like composers, all of that. You replaced all of that, all everything that made that magic possible, all by AI. Like, Disney, I do love you, but you need to do better. Like, you need a new CEO, because like your new CEO is just ruining the magic. And he's also trying to use AI for Stan Lee. It's like, no. Did you get permission to like from the family to do that? No, you didn't. And like like if you wanted to do something like that, you need permission. Because if you guys remember back in May of 2025 during the Star Wars Fortnite season, we all remember the AI Darth Vader, and the voice was the actual voice actor of Darth Vader, Earl Jones, who passed away couple like some time like that that AI Darth Vader came out like sometime later after the original voice actor died, and a lot of and I was okay with it, and there were other people that were okay with it because the family actually gave permission to do that. Gave They gave Epic Games and also whatever AI thing that they used for it, they got permission from the family to actually use his voice to make this possible. And I was completely fine with it. Even though it was AI, I was completely fine with it. And I thought it was cool. But you know what I don't think is cool? Disney using AI to bring back Stanley. Did you get permission to use Stanley? Like, were you allowed by the family to do this? No, they just did it. It's like, okay, now that's actually disrespectful to Stanley and all, and like everything that he does. Because like, why are you doing this? Why are you bringing him back with AI? Like, that's so disrespectful. And also, you didn't get permission from the family to do that. Like, I don't like the idea of like AI being a thing in like the workplace. Like, actually doing the work that an actual human being could do just fine. Like, it's just completely unfair. Wow, that is a very long that was a very long rant. But like, I did mention this way back during the stream that this is the kind of thing I wanted to talk about on these streams, is stuff like this. because like this whole with AI becoming like a normal thing in the work, like in daily life, is like it's not cool. It's it's ruining industries. Ruining. It's also replacing workers, and also it's also ruining the newer generation as well. Like you there are so many videos that I've seen of just kids. I saw a video of like this little girl use this AI toy to draw a picture. That is just how far AI has gotten. Like it has gotten to the point where the newer generation of kids aren't actually being creative themselves and actually drawing a picture. It's just really disappointing that this is just life now. And it's like not cool. Like for me, I see AI as a tool for people to use to just I see AI as a way to just answer any dumb question that a person has. Like if you want, without actually having to like having to take, because like it's just a dumb question, so it shouldn't be taking that long to actually find the answer to a question. So you should be using AI just to find the answer to it, because it's going to find it easily from the information that already exists. And I also believe it to be a way, sort of as like a hint giver or a tip giver in like a video game. Like it just kind of gives you an idea, like it just kind of gives you like a little idea of like where, like what you need, where you can find it, how you can build it, like how you can do it, whatever, and then you go do it yourself. That's what I see AI is, a way to be a hint giver and a tip giver, while also a way to answer any dumb question you have without actually having to take the time to actually find it. That's what I see AI to be. But now, but what it actually is in society is a way to replace hard work, all the hard work and dedication of like years, like actual years of hard work and dedication put into this special thing, all replaced by a software that believes that it's human and makes really really crappy shit, like really crappy animations and shit like that. And it's like so unfair that we got to that point, and it's also ruining a lot of people. Like it's ruining a lot of people's chances of actually getting a job. It's ruining a lot of people's chances of actually getting a job in something they really enjoy. And also it's ruining our children. Like it is ruining the new generation, because you have because there is an actual toy that if you just ask it something, like ask it to draw something, it will draw it and print it. And like that isn't right. That shouldn't be what a kid. That shouldn't. That is not something a kid should be using, because like that's it's like destroying their way of actually being creative. And everything you see in the world, everything everything that you see, it was everything that you see in this world was made by a person who had a really creative idea, and put their hard work and dedication to making it possible. Like, why do you think Twitch exists? Why do you think streaming exists? Why do you think people do, like, why do you think we have all these cars, all these like different restaurants, like all these different types of food, like fast food restaurants? Why do you think we have so many different movies, TV shows? Why do you think we have all these great, amazing toys like Lego? And why do you like all these cool, like, why do you think we have all these like different types of books that are out in the world? Why do you think we have almost everything here? It was all ideas. It was all ideas that were created into something real. And it's so, and it's like unfair that all of the, like everything's going to be replaced by AI. It's just like, it is not cool at all that all the hard work that people put into for over thousands and thousands of years will all be replaced by a software that's already that's just taking all the ideas that already just exists and just making these really really crappy animations, like all these crappy things, like, and also replacing people. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you replacing years of all, like, thousands of years worth of work by a fake person? Like, it's just so unfair. And also, it's also ruining children's ways of actually being creative. And they're also going to be and it's also, they're also using it to actually just do everything now. They're just using it to do everything now, and it's like, why? Like, this is ruining a kid's brain development. Like, it's ruining them completely. Like, people, like, I feel like something needs to be done to actually fix all of this and make AI go back to the way it was before it became all, like, way too advanced. Like, it has become way too advanced, and I think we have to bring it down. We have to dumb it down, because, like, it's our way of life is not going into in a great direction. That this is how I feel about it. This is how I think about it. This is how I see it. And I think a lot of people out there would agree with me that AI has ruined our way of life, and it's ruined society as a whole. And it's just, like, so unfair, especially for me, because, like, I'm going to be graduating soon. Like, this is the world I'm entering. Like, when I was younger, I thought I was going to be entering a world that was completely different from what I'm living in now. Like, I feel like other people in my generation will agree with me too, because, like, it's like, what happened to when things were actually nicer? When things were, like, so much better? When, like, life wasn't too damn expensive? Like, where did all that go? I really hope that later in the future things will change and we can actually get back to a better world. But time will only come. And I talked a lot this stream, and I talked about a lot of different things. And that is good, because now I know I can actually talk for long periods of time. And in case and I already said this before, in case you guys wanted to know what I was talking about during the stream, for those who are new or just joining in, I will be posting the entire rerun of this stream onto YouTube, so you can actually understand what I was talking about. Alrighty. Puzzle here is going good so far. I think me chatting might have made the process a little bit slower, but it's fine. I quite enjoy talking to you. I quite enjoy talking to you guys. Okay, let's see. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Pick up the phone, maybe. Hold on, let's see if I can find some more pieces. Yay! I can actually see Dustin, Luke, Elle, and Mike. Let's go. Ooh, okay. Oh, I think this would. Think this goes. Not quite there, but I do know that it's supposed to go. But I can tell that it does belong in that general area, so that is something. We're getting closer to that section becoming bigger. Let's see here. Oh, I think that goes there, which that would lead me to be able to connect that there. Hey, look at that. I am doing pretty well. Okay, yes, I'm getting more of the lab and the upside down. Hey, let's go. What's something I can talk about? Mm, I did see the new trailer for Avengers Doomsday. It's pretty cool. You got the Thing talking to one of the tribes of Wakanda. It is interesting to kind of see how the Fantastic Four ended up. I'm excited to see Avengers Doomsday. It does look pretty cool. I'm very excited to see where this will go, and it is interesting that we're seeing Doctor Doom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it is also cool to see that we are getting back Robert Downey Jr. I remember back when Avengers Infinity War and Endgame came out. Like those were the times. That was a time that was good. Actually felt good to be alive. Like when I saw, like I think the first time that I saw Infinity War, I cried because I thought it was all over. Like I actually thought that it was all over. Like that's how big that movie was, Infinity War. And then when Endgame came out, like man, that movie that movie was something. Like I and plus those movies were like we're taught that those movies the days leading up were like the biggest thing to talk about. I mean, like the biggest thing to talk about, because that's how much people were excited. That's how much people wanted to see it so much, and wanted to see how it ended and where it will lead to. Those movies, like those two Avengers movies, like they those were that was a movie that you had to see the first time in theaters. That's how that's how big those movies were. And like those movies were like a huge deal back in those days. And I am kind of pumped to see Avengers Doomsday because we are getting Chris Evans back as Captain America, which is going to be really interesting to see and how they're going to play this out in the beginning of I think it may be the beginning of the movie. It looks like it. But it is going to be really interesting to see how this is going to play out. And it is also going to be interesting to see more of the X-Men in the Marvel Cinematic Universe than we have in like so long. Because they have been starting to add in more X-Men into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm really excited to see how they're gonna play this all out in the new movie. Like this movie is gonna be like a big deal for a lot of Marvel fans who've actually seen like Endgame back when it came out. Something that's kind of sad to think about is that like the newer generations will not really get to experience those like really cool cardboard poster, like those really cool stand up cardboard like all those cardboard pop up promotions at like the movie theaters. I feel like a lot of kids won't get to experience that because those things were really cool to actually take pictures in front of. And like those things back in the day were like really cool to experience. I think the last one I got to experience and actually have a picture of was back in 2023. I went to the movies for a visit, and we went to see Trolls band, Trolls 3. And that movie was really good. I did enjoy it. It was like the music was good. The movie was a good. It was good, and I think it was before I went to see that movie. There was a cardboard cutout for Thanksgiving, and I took my mom took a picture of me putting my head through the inside of the cutout, and I think that was like the last cardboard cutout promotion that I ever took a picture in front of. Like those things were like really cool to like take your pictures in front of, and also something really cool to experience for like a movie that's about to come out, because it's like it's something just to kind of remember like back when a movie, like something to kind of remind yourself in the future, like remembering how big that movie, like a certain movie was when it first came out. Like those were that is something to like that is something really interesting to see, is like those pictures of those cardboard cutouts. Like those were like seeing those were like really cool and really fun to see, because like it meant that a really interesting movie was going to be coming out soon, and you have like this really cool cutout that you can take your picture in front of. Like I missed the days when those were like a big thing to see, but nowadays it's just not really much a thing. But I miss those days, and I wish like though the newer generation could get to experience that, but they won't. It was fun while it lasted. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. I wonder how people are experiencing 2026 right now, because I do remember before 2026, like a lot of people were talking about how like they were going to live this year like it was 2016 again. I wonder if that's actually happening to like a lot of people out in the world, because because 2016 really that was a really interesting year to actually be alive. because he had a lot of good music. He had a lot of good stuff. I Oh wait, hold on. Was Goosebumps 2015 or 2016? Because there were quite a lot of good movies out that came out that year. Like trying my best here, trying to remember one, but it's kind of hard. But like movies, like stuff back in 2016, that was a lot of fun. Even the trends, those were really interesting to see. But I wonder if there are actually people out there actually experiencing 2020, 2016 and 2026. And also, if there are people out there trying to do the right meme set, like at this point, just stop. We're already like a few days into 2026. It hasn't happened. Like, it really has not happened. And I did talk about this in me, BCA, and RemTGM did talk about this in our episode on the great meme set on memes throughout the ages. It's not it's a interesting thing. Like, it is an interesting concept, but it's not going to happen. Those memes are dead now. Like, their time has passed, and they're not going to come back. I'm sorry to say this, but they're not going to be coming back. Because memes usually make a lot of sense. Because those memes made a lot of sense because of because of the times. And a lot of memes are supposed to be like that. Memes are supposed to make sense and be funny during like a certain time, because there were a lot of things back in 2016 that made a lot of sense because of the times we were living in. But now, if you were to watch those memes now, it just wouldn't be funny, and also it wouldn't make a lot of sense. So like, even if you wanted to try and bring back those memes, it wouldn't work. Like, at all. Trying to bring back Big Chungus, Doge, like Trek, Doge, whatever popular meme, whatever popular meme was, whatever meme that was popular back in the day, back in 2016, you can't bring it back. Even if you tried to, it would not work. They wouldn't make sense in the times we live in now. So it wouldn't be funny in the times we're living in now. So even if you tried your best, it wouldn't work. The Great Meme Set it is an interesting concept. It is it is a really interesting concept, but it's not possible. Like I do miss 2016, but I would like to feel the feelings of 2016 again, but it's not possible. Sorry guys, but it's 2026. But like, I feel like it wouldn't make sense for the newer generations to feel like us back in 2016, because they would not really understand everything. They wouldn't understand it like how we did back in those days. And even if we wanted to try to, it it wouldn't work. It's 2026. We have to keep moving forward. would like to go, like, I would like to feel, I do want to feel like I was back in 2016 again, but, like, it's not gonna work. It's, like, it's really not gonna work. But it is a good idea. It's an interesting, it is a good concept, but, like, it's not possible. And even if trying to bring back a meme, like, nowadays, it would just not make sense at all. So I would recommend not trying to do it. It is I do agree. It is an interest. It is a good concept. It is a good idea, but it's not possible. And plus, even if we tried doing it, I don't think the new generation is not going to understand. Like, they're not going to understand it, so I wouldn't even try. I got less than 15 minutes left in the stream. That is interesting that I talked about a lot of different things. And that's good. Because then that helps me show a lot of other people what I want to do while on stream. And if you guys are rewatching this on the rerun, it is very nice to be talking about these things because I do have a lot of feelings and opinions about the topics that I talked about in the stream, and I would like to share them with you guys, hoping that you guys might have like might have questions about it, and also have like maybe might even feel the same way about a topic, or might have felt at least some, like, might have been some sort of situation like that as well. Like, this is the kind of thing I want to be able to do with you guys, is be able to connect and talk about like different things and all that while doing stuff as well. Like this puzzle, I've been doing this puzzle this entire stream, and I talked about a lot of different things. This is something I do want to do while talking. Like, this is something I do want to do as I continue on with this, like, do stuff while also talk about other things. And I also do want to do like do other things as well, like doing more gaming streams, because I do love playing video games and want to be able to post more, want to be able to do, like, make clips and stuff like that. And there's a lot of things I want to do on Twitch to be able to not only be doing things on my own, like doing different things, but also do stuff with you guys as well. Like, maybe talk about how you feel about something, how we feel about, like, what's going on in the world, like all of that. Because I know that there are a lot of people who have different views on things, and it would be interesting to hear them out. Maybe I might have like some sort of, I might be feeling the same way as you guys, because I know we all feel things differently. But this is something I really want to do. Like, be able to do my own thing, but also do stuff with you guys, because I want to be able to talk to people, interact with people, be able to do things with you guys as well. Like maybe if you guys wanted to play like a game, like a multiplayer game, or play games like Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, or any other like multiplayer game, I would gladly like to do that. I would probably be up to it, and maybe if I can find some way to do it, I will do it. Because like I want to be able to hang out and talk with you guys. And like want to be able to mm, help people who might feel like might also help like be able to interact with people who might feel alone emotionally, because I kind of feel the same way as well. I kind of feel emotionally lonely as well, because like how I'm sort of how things are changing for me, and like how I have my own room. It's like it's a big change, but I'm and it's kind of making me feel alone emotionally, but everything but I want to be able to do stuff who with people who might feel the same way as me. And I want to be able to make them feel like they're not entirely alone. That's why I kind of this is kind of why I want to do Twitch, to be able to interact with you guys and also make me feel like I'm not entirely alone myself. Also make you guys feel like you're not entirely alone. I have a lot of I have a lot of things that I want. There are a lot of things I want to be able to do from doing this, and it's going to take me some time to achieve those, and I will take that time to achieve it. I just need to put in a lot of hard work. I have to be I have to put in a lot of hard work to gain popularity, be consistent, all of that stuff. Because I know that if I can be able to do that, then I can be able to get to where I want to be. So it's going to be a big journey for me, and I am going to be and I'm going to be super about it. You want to know why I'm going to be super about it? Because I'm Super Mega Man 10. And I know that the short version of my name is already the name of a different character. But I feel like calling myself Mega Man is a good way to help people not have to say my actual username like long multiple times. It is a very useful way of saying my full username without having to get tongue tied around it. So if you guys want to call me Mega Man, I will be completely fine with it, because I know that it's short for Super Mega Man 10. If you want to call me Super Mega Man 10, that's also fine with me too, because that is my username. And if you want to call me by my real name, which is Connor, I'm also completely fine with that. If it's a name that I recognize, then I'm completely fine. I'm completely fine with whatever name you guys decide to call me. If it's my real name, my username, or the shortened version of it, that is completely fine with me. And I'm very excited to be on this journey, because I really enjoy socializing, and with me being on the autism spectrum, it is a little bit tough for me to socialize, but I'm hoping that Twitch can help me be able to get better at socializing, and also help me be able to be be more social than I ever was before. Like I like this. Like this journey is going to take me a long, long time, but and I'm going to take that time to be able to grow and become popular. A lot of other streamers have done that as well, so I'm going to do it. And I'm not trying to compare myself to another streamer. I'm just comparing how streamers were able to get to where they were, like how they were able to become popular and successful at doing Twitch and YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff. I'm not comparing myself to the actual person. I'm comparing to how they were able to trying to be able to become this successful by how they were able to become successful by being themselves and doing their own thing and interacting with other people. And that is the best, and I know that's the best way to actually become popular on the internet is just being you, playing games, like games that you enjoy and other people might enjoy as well, also trying new things as well, and interacting with other people. That is a good way to be popular on the internet, is just being yourself, trying new things, playing games, or talking about things that other people might that you might enjoy, and also just talking to people, because talking to people makes them feel good. And I think talking to other people is really helpful for a lot of people, because it helps them not feel alone, and also can help them be also help them get have connections with other people that they might have not ever thought they could ever talk to. And I feel like that is what's really going to help me out in this journey, is being able to interact with people, being able to play games or do stuff with them, and also just being me, doing my own thing, talking about my own stuff, and just being out there can really get me to where I want to be within Twitch, within YouTube, within TikTok, within social media. And I want to be able to do, and with that, I want to be able to do more things, like maybe try acting, because I have done some stuff with that. There is a lot of things I want to do in this with this, and I'm hoping that I can, by just taking the time, putting in the hard work and dedication, being consistent, I think I can make it. I'd like to thank you all for joining me on this journey with me. I will be continuing this on Thursday, same time, and I hope you guys have a nice night or day whenever you're watching this, and I hope to see you all another time. See you, and I will see you all on Thursday. Goodbye.